I'll teach you everything you need to know about manipulating basic properties in 5 minutes. We have already looked at changing parts properties in Studio, but we can also do it via script. First, we need to access the part. In the hierarchy, I mentioned that everything is inside game. So we start from broadest to most specific. I'll show you what I mean. Just type in it game, all lowercase like that. And then when you want to go down a level, we used the dot. Like I want to go to a child of the game, so I write dot. And now we want to go to workspace because that's where the part we want to access is. And you type it exactly as it's written in here in the Explorer tab. And then the next step is part. So all the services are inside of game, including workspace, so game.workspace. And the part is inside of workspace, so we write dot part. So we start out broad and go from child to child until we get to the part that we want. If the part happened to be like in a lighting or something, we would type game.lighting part to access that part, but we'll keep it in workspace for now. So game.workspace.part. Now I'll show you some of the common basic properties and how to change them. We type a dot when we want to access a property, just like we would if we wanted to access a child. For now, we'll change the name property. You see right now, if we scroll down, the name is part. Maybe we want to change the name to eyes. But remember, it's a string, so we have to do the quotation marks around it, or whatever other method for strings. And nothing's happening right now because scripts only run when the game is played. So let's test it out. And now let's look at the Explorer tab. Oh, it's called eyes. And in the property, it's also called eyes. We changed the name. You have to make sure you use the right data type for the right property. If you want to change, like, let's say name, you're like, I don't know if this is a Boolean or if it's a number. You can always just look at the actual properties window and, oh, this is text. I know that text is a string. So let me make sure I make it a string when I change it in the script. I like double quotes, but you can use whatever you want. We can change most properties. The ones we can't, like class name, are grayed out. This is a read-only property. But for now, let's only focus on the ones that we can change. The transparency property takes in a number 0 through 1, as I explained in the properties video. So obviously we can change this using a script and it'll take in a number. We can't make it transparency equal to eyes because look, if we try to do it, it stayed the same. Nothing happened. We can't make it equal to eyes because eyes isn't a number. It's not going to work. So let's change it to, I don't know, 0.75. Right now it's at 0.5. Change it to 0.75 transparency and there you go. We changed it using the script. The transparency property, we can do some cool things like make it go invisible, then wait a second, and then we'll change the transparency back to 0, and then wait a second, change it back to invisible, and it'll look like this. Visible, then invisible again. Pretty cool, huh? The last two properties I'll show you are booleans. Let's make sure that the part is anchored real quick. And anchored is checked off, so it's equal to true. And first, we're gonna wait 10 seconds. And we're gonna change the parts CanCollide to false. Game.workspace.parts.CanCollide equals false. And then we'll wait 3 seconds after that. And then we'll turn the anchored off. Game.workspace.parts.anchored equals false. So right now as it stands, the CanCollide is true and the anchored is true. But according to the script, we're going to wait 10 seconds and then we're going to change the CanCollide to false and then we're going to wait 3 more seconds after that and make the anchored false. And if you see me using wait, it's okay, you can use either one, but task.wait is better. I'm just bad, okay? And let me join in with my character. So we're gonna wait 10 seconds and then the CanCollide is gonna be false. If I fell through and the anchor is gonna turn false. So it's going to fall down. And remember I told you that if you print out any data type, like a Boolean or number, it'll transform it into a string. So you can print out the properties like this so you can see what the value is equal to. The name is equal to part, the transparency to 0.5, the CanCollide is true, and the anchor is true.